In the following video, you will learn how to access resources for your assignment in Nursing 217 on nursing shortages. We're currently looking at the library's website, www.hgtc.edu/library. We're going to take a look at your course LibGuide. You can find that by scrolling down on the library's website, clicking on the LibGuides tab, and then selecting in the drop-down menu the Nursing 217 LibGuide. You may already be familiar with the Nursing 217 LibGuide from the previous assignment in this class. As a reminder, you navigate your way around the LibGuide using the various tabs in the center of the page. The Home tab is merely a welcome page. The next tab that you come to is the Books tab, which has information about finding print books through our library. And as of the date of this recording, May 20th, we have a limited book and DVD pickup service right now, and you can learn more about that through this link here. The eBooks tab has links to the various companies that we get ebooks through. But for the purposes of this assignment, you're going to want to use the Databases tab. And let's talk a little bit about what you'll find on the Databases tab, as well as what you need for this particular assignment. You do need 2 peer-reviewed journal articles, and your assignment suggests 2 different databases that you can use, CINAHL or Medline, and you will see those today. You need one from the AACN website, which is listed on the left side of this Databases tab, and one from the IOM Future of Nursing report. Your sources must be cited in APA style, they must be from the last 5 years, and they must be scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles. So again, we are on the Databases tab at the moment, and the process for finding journal articles is the same as the steps that you conducted in the first assignment. You will create your keywords list. You'll pick a database to search in. Your assignment again recommends the CINAHL Complete database or the Medline database. And then you're going to email any articles that you find to yourself. And again, a library database, which is what we're looking at here, is what you're going to use to find those scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles. We're going to go into the CINAHL Complete database first. You may remember from the previous video that we did a search using the CINAHL subject headings list, and this was a controlled vocabulary search. If you come into this link here, and in the search box, you type in nursing shortage and click on Browse, you'll see the subject heading that the CINAHL database recommends you use for this particular topic. And in this case, it is nursing shortage. We're going to check the box to the left of the words nursing shortage. We're also going to check the box that says major concept. That means that this will be the primary subject of any articles that are found. Now we're going to slide over here on the right-hand side and select the Search Database box. Now, if you remember from the previous video, you do need to refine your results before you can begin using them. So you'll want to slide over here on the left-hand side and make sure that the full text box is checked. You'll want to check the scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles box. And you'll want to limit yourself to articles from the last 5 years. Now, what started out as a results page that had over 6,000 articles is now down to 71 results, a very manageable number of results. You'll want to look through, and when you find a title that sounds good to you, you can click on it and go in and start reading the article. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and go over to page 2. because I want to look at one of the items at the end of page 2. I want to look at this one, Advantages of a Nursing Shortage. So let's click on it. As a reminder, the link to read the article is over here on the left-hand side. The PDF link is a scanned copy of the article as it originally appeared in print. In this case, the source that it comes from is a journal called American Nurse Today. The other things to point out to you here are the major subjects and the minor subjects. Again, this article is primarily about the nursing shortage. And then these are some minor subjects that are also part of the article. And if you find one that looks good to you, you can either click on the PDF link and there'll be an email button on the right-hand side, or you can click on the email button here and send it to yourself. I'll go in the article and show you that. Your email feature is here. And remember, when you email it to yourself, don't just send yourself the article, but also include the suggested APA citation at the same time. And any citations you receive should be double-checked for accuracy. At this point, you would return to your results list and continue your search. The next database that we're going to take a look at is the Medline database. Scrolling down on the page, we can locate Medline, and you can try this database to find more articles. Remember, each database has different journal titles, so you will come up with different search results even if you search by the same keywords. So let's do a search for nursing shortage in this database. And the concept again remains the same. I have a results list, but I do need to refine it down. Make sure full text is checked. Check scholarly peer-reviewed journals. And limit yourself to articles from the last 5 years. And you will then get a smaller list of search results. We're going to scroll down here and look at number 8, the implications of nursing shortages. Again, the concept remains the same. Your source, in this case, is the British Journal of Nursing. The PDF link will take you in to read the article, and there'll be an email feature in there, and then there's also one over here on the right-hand side. One section to note is the mesh term section. These are other keywords you could search by to find information about the topics that this article happens to discuss. And again, once you're done with the article and have emailed it to yourself, return to the results list and keep looking. One other database that you may want to consider for this assignment is the Health and Medicine database. It's called Health and Medicine Gale 1 file. Again, we'll conduct the same search. And after we conduct our search in this particular database, our limiters are over here on the right-hand side. Full text is already checked. We'll check peer-reviewed. And then here under publication date, you can build a custom date range for when your articles were published. You may want to go a little bit later in the year, as some journals put their issues out a month in advance. And you'll notice that this results list is much larger than the one that we found in CINAHL. One last thing to point out on the Databases tab of your LibGuide is the Journal search box. You may remember that the Journal search feature is an option to see what journal titles the library has access to. What you will do is you will click on the link that takes you to the library's website, scroll down and click on the Databases tab, and then click on Journal Search. You could type in the name of a journal in this box here to see if it's available in any of our databases, or you can scroll down to the Browse by Discipline section and click on Nursing and Allied Health. From here, you'd probably want to narrow down this 650 journal title list to the ones that are peer-reviewed and the ones that deal specifically with nursing. Now, at the moment, these 192 results are being looked at 20 per page. I can change that if I would like under Page Options and look at 50 of them per page. So it makes for a little less clicking through from page to page. We're going to scroll down and go into page 2. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit because I want to show you one of the ones that's about halfway down. We're going to look at the Journal of Community Nursing. If you find a title that's of interest to you, click on the plus symbol to find out which databases it's available in. If we have access to the current 5 years, you'll want to take a look at that one. I'll go into the CINAHL Complete database, which you saw earlier, as it has this particular journal. I could either browse a specific issue using these links here, or I could click on Search within this publication. All I have to do to find articles about the topic that I'm looking for is add the word and then another search term or phrase after that. So it's now looking in only that particular journal for what it is that I added to my search. In this case, nursing shortage. And again, don't forget that you're going to want to apply your limiters over here on the left-hand side so that you get full-text, peer-reviewed articles from the last 5 years. The next tab on your guide is the citing sources in APA style. Two things to keep in mind regarding this tab. Number one, there is a link to the Purdue OWL, the online writing lab. It's probably the best website out there for finding examples of properly cited sources and how to construct a paper in APA style. One thing to remember, with APA style, the first letter of an article's title or the first letter of an article's subtitle is all that's capitalized. Proper nouns also do get capitalized in article titles. The last two tabs that we'll highlight here are the Learning Support Services tab, where you can find information about the SSTC, the Tutoring Center, the Writing Center, Tech Central, and the Testing Center. And finally, we have the Get Help tab. This is where you can find things like library hours, our chat service, and other methods for contacting the library. Please know that we are here to help you, so if you need assistance with this assignment, reach out to the library and we'll be more than happy to provide you with the help that you need and point you in the right direction. So as one final review, to access your course LibGuide, you will want to go to the library's website, click on the LibGuides tab, and locate the Nursing 217 guide. Thanks for watching.